What's going on, guys? Today let's take a look at the Sefaspe MIG 205DS. Pretty nice little MIG welder here. Now this one will use the large rolls of wire or the smaller rolls of wire. Either or, you just take this off and store it if you're using the smallers. And I'll get it all hooked up here in a second. Now on the back here, you've got your on-off switch and your gas input. So this one does use gas. And then you've got your connector here for your MIG gun. Now this here allows you to change your polarity between positive and negative depending on whether you're using gas or no gas. You've got your ground lead, which has a pretty decent length cable. Your electrode holder for stick welding, because this one will also stick weld. And then you've got a pretty decent length cord, 110 cord, but it does include an adapter to plug it into 220 so you can weld heavier metal with it. All that, it automatically changes in the welder. You don't have to change any settings, so that's pretty nice. Then you have your MIG gun here. We'll go ahead and get this out real quick. It does come with an extra tip and some tools. And got a pretty decent length lead on the MIG gun. Feels like a pretty decent gun there. And then there's your connector there on it. And then it also does include your gas hose to hook it up to your argon CO2 mix for MIG welding. It does not include the gauge, but does include the hose. So you have to add that. And it does also include an extra wire feed roller in there in your instructions. So we'll get it set up, do some stick welding and some flux core welding with it, and show you how well it works. All right, so we've got it all set up to stick weld first. And just this piece of 1/4 inch angle iron here, and we'll see if it will run a bead on this. Wow, welds pretty good on stick. Pretty happy with that. Now we'll get it all set up for flux core, and we'll be back in just a minute to try it out with flux core welding. All right, now we have this all set up on flux core welding. Got it all set up, tried it out, works pretty well, so I'll run a bead with it and show you how that works. But I did forget to mention this one is also lift TIG capable. You just have to buy those accessories separate, but it does work with those also. But let's run a little bead with some flux core. Runs a pretty nice bead there with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to 110, and we'll see how it does on just 110. All right, we've got it switched to just a standard household outlet, so we'll see how it welds on that. It's still getting plenty hot for this 1/4 inch angle iron, no issue, and still welds really well. Pretty impressive little welder. All right, well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and think I've earned it, consider subscribing. If you think somebody else enjoy it, make sure you share it out. That helps more than anything. We'll see you on the next one.